Hiya, I'm Ilana, and welcome to my channel, Unabridged Adventures. And so today, this is going to be the beginning of my first reading vlog. And so I just want to start off with my December TBR. And so the main book, I'm going to be reading this month is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And it's beautiful. I'm so excited. I tried to plan my outfit around this, but I don't own much red. Where I should take my headphones off. I don't own much red, so yeah. But I'm so excited. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling in 1920s Shanghai, and there's some magic involved, and it's an enemies to lovers, and it all just sounds amazing. So yeah, I'm going to be reading this, hopefully starting today. And so that's what the reading vlog is going to be focusing on. And then in order to counteract the heartbreak that I am expecting from this story, I have Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. And, you know, this is like a rom-com. It's following a girl with fibromyalgia, which, like, we love chronic illness representation. I'm technically diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I don't know if I have it, but that's fun. I love seeing chronic illness rep, and also it just sounds amazing, and I've been so excited to read Talia Hibbert's work. So there's that. And then if I have time, because I mean this is gonna go pretty quick, I think. I'm busy reading The Shadow Rising, that's again holding up my phone, but I'm not expecting that to take, like, I'm not expecting to get through that this month. So then I hope to start We Set the Dark on Fire, because my goal for the rest of this month is to focus mainly on, like, queer characters. Although I'm also trying to get to Mistborn at some point, because I just finished Rhythm of War, and I want to dive into, like, Cosmere stuff, but I can't because I haven't read Mistborn. So yeah, at some point I'd like to read that. But if I'm able to get through We Set the Dark on Fire, I was planning to read Once Ghosted, Twice Shy, which you can't see up there, which is a novella in the Reluctant Royal series by Alyssa Cole. I can't believe I just forgot her name. But I decided that I needed some fluffy lesbian romance before then. So then I'm hoping to read either, Girl Serpent Thorn, or Gideon the Ninth. So I want to focus on some lovely lesbians for the rest of the year, because I need to pick me up at the end of 2020, and for me that's reading some great, like, sapphic representation. Yeah, although I do want to clarify, sapphic, possibly not lesbian, but yeah. And then if I get through those, and if I somehow also get through Mistborn, because I have nothing else to do for the rest of the month, like, my plan is to, like, read all the time, film videos, and play video games. Like, I want to get through more Witcher 2, which I'm busy playing on my Xbox, and then I want to finish up Spiritfarer on my Switch, and then hopefully get a new game. Mason really wants me to get into Hollow Knight, so I'll probably check that out. Yeah, I just started calling him Mason because constantly saying my best friend just takes forever. But yeah, so if I finish those, then I'm probably going to go into Legendborn, possibly. Either Legendborn or, hold on. Forgot I had it here. Ember in the Ashes. I want to get to that at some point. But basically, my goal is I want to focus on this, like, top shelf of my cart. And also, hold on. It's down here somewhere. I want to get to Assassin's Apprentice at some point. But who knows when that is going to happen. Yeah. Everything else in my cart has been there for a bit. I do want to get to the 5th season. yeah, so sometime this month I'm hoping to go through and actually film like all of my physical TBR, like so that you guys can actually see what all is on this cart because it's so much. But yeah, I have never done a reading vlog before, so if this gets a bit weird, I'm sorry. So yeah, and then I have to go fold some towels, and then I'm gonna start in on these Violent Delights. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, and actually, I'll probably record this, but just so you guys know, I don't know if anyone else does this. I think I've seen other people do this, but I always take the dust jacket off, dust cover, and I don't put it back on until I'm done. So that's like a big moment of like I have completed it and it can go on the shelf. So yeah, I probably also need to make space on the shelf for where this is going to go, because I don't know if you can see it, but since it's gone, it's going to go right before Kagawa, right here. So this shelf is full almost, so I need to make space here. But luckily I cleaned out this whole bottom shelf in my other video, so I have space for all of this. But yeah, I'm such a mood reader, so whenever I get done with this, we'll see what happens. Okay, so I know my lighting here is atrocious once again, but it's great lighting coming in this direction to read with. So I am officially sitting down to start these Violent Delights, and I'm trying to show beautiful cover before I take it off. But oh gosh, I just read the first line here, and the year is 1926, and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery, and I can't wait to start this. I have sublexed my hip twice today and stepped on multiple bougainvillea thorns that got like tracked into our house. So I need a break. And this is gonna be it. Okay, before I start, can we just appreciate how beautiful this is? And let me go tie my hair up. Yeah, so I was watching Cece's reading vlog from, I cannot remember her channel name. I can never remember anyone's channel names. But I was watching her Raven Cycle rereading vlog. That's looks like a mess, but whatever. Just so I could see like how reading vlogs go. But yeah, now I just kind of want to reread the Raven Cycle, which no, I have so much more to read before I'm allowing myself to reread that. So I'm going to hang out here. I've got my Gatorade because pots, and I can't wait to get started. Oh, I didn't even notice that the like pattern on the cover is continued in, oh, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, there we go. I figured out the lighting a bit, but okay. What I absolutely love is that at the very beginning, they include the Shakespeare quote that the title comes from, and I am so scared reading this. Because it's, these violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Oh, I'm so excited and terrified. So things were a bit too quiet in here, so I've put on a lo-fi music playlist, and I'm surprised how accurate the thing on the screen. I mean, check this out. Isn't that just like perfect for these violent delights? Okay, so I'm literally on page 9, and I just love First of all, I love that Juliet doesn't smoke, but that's a whole other thing. But her cousin goes, "You don't even smoke. Why do you carry that thing around?" And it says, straight face, Juliet replied, "You know me, running around, living life, committing arson." And like, I love that. I'm in love with Juliet already, so this is not gonna end well for my heart. Hey, no one told me there was going to be like LGBT representation. I love this even more already. Like, we're here for a respectful family, and like, I love just everything about this. So I'm gonna go back to reading. Okay, so Roma just appeared, and oh, I have to wonder, like, there's so many questions already. Was talking to this British guy, like, why was she in New York? Why did she come back a while ago? Like, was it because of Roma? It seems like it was, and I want to know everything. But she is obviously avoiding him, and I am so intrigued already. Okay, so I'm either on or just past chapter 5, and it is so good. And I can't wait to find out what happens next. I don't know if you can see. The birds are hanging out in the blinds. And my mom just got done working, so we're gonna hang out for a bit. And I'm hoping to edit a video. So, yeah. See how that goes. But I probably won't be reading until later tonight. Just because once everyone gets done working, it's like family time until like 10 o'clock. So, see you then. Hey y'all, so as you can tell, I just took a shower and I'm sitting in bed, and I also finished editing one of my videos, the video that I shot today. So I'm going to go back and keep reading These Violent Delights, which is just so gorgeous. I love this book. Just a quick update on everything that I'm thinking right now. So we are finding out more about what happened. Sorry, I'm trying not to like shake the camera too much. We're finding out more about what happened with Juliet's family and why she was sent away, and the fact that like okay, sorry, I'm still in shock from finding this out, but that Roma's father like blew up the servant's household and like killed her childhood nurse and like mentioned his son while doing it. Like, this seems like an obvious retaliation for like maybe his father finding out that they were friends or something. Because there's a thing that happened that made him no longer treat Roma like his son anymore. And so I'm really curious to see what happened. Because he blew up the house after Juliet came back from New York the first time. And so obviously she was sent to New York for some reason, and then she came back, and then she left again because of what happened to Nurse and all the other like servants for the family. So also, I hate her cousin that's like trying to take over. Like, she pretty much stabs him whenever like she puts a knife in something that she already cut, in his cheek that she already cut. So like, it's not technically stabbing, but I'm here for it if she wants to just like go whole hog and just stab him. Like, I honestly, Juliet can do no wrong in my eyes. I love her. I would fight Roma for her at this point. Like, that's where I'm at. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, also, we've got 2 LGBT characters already, and that's great. I love seeing representation, especially in historical eras, because we know that like queer people are not new. Like, we've always been here. And so seeing her cousin is trans, and then one of Roma's best friends is gay, or at least bi, something like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what else happens, because I did kind of go into this at first for some reason, like a few other people that I know, I kind of assumed that this was a sapphic retelling. Like whenever I very first heard about it, I knew by the time I started reading it that it wasn't. And I think it's honestly just the name Roma that threw all of us off. But Roma's a great name for a guy. It's not anything like that. But also, like, if you want to write, like, exactly the same, but make Roma a girl, you are completely welcome to, Miss Chloe Gong. And I would be here for that. But yeah. So, I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow morning with my thoughts. Because I don't like filming whenever I look like this. But I figured I probably need to actually do something before I start reading a whole lot more. So yeah, bye. Hey y'all, and this is day 2 of my These Violent Delights reading vlog, and I'm going to be sitting here talking to you guys about what I thought while I do my makeup, although it's not going to be like full face makeup, it's just eyeshadow and stuff. So much happened. I kept reading last night, and I would have like shown more, except I was like so comfy that I didn't want to record. But we got so much information, and I am just in awe of like Chloe Gong's writing, because her writing is just amazing. Like the imagery and everything that she's using is just so tangible and beautiful. And like the gosh, I am amazed by this book. But yeah, so we got information about Roma and how his mother died and was killed by the Scarlets, which occurred in retaliation for, apparently it was Roma's attack that killed Nurse and all of the servants, and that's why Juliet got sent away. This is so interesting. And so now it raises the question, like, obviously, did Roma do this on purpose? Did his father force him to give him information? Like, what happened here? Did he threaten, like, someone that Roma cared about? Like, what exactly was the reason that Roma did this? Because he's not the type of person that would have just, like, turned on Juliet like that, especially whenever he cared so much about her. But, like, yeah, like, what happened that made him attack Juliet's pretty much family? Like, they've been with her family for 15 years. So yeah, I'm so curious. But it seemed like the attack on his mother came after Juliet had already left for New York again. So that seemed to be like the general family retaliation and not Juliet retaliating. So she never actually got her part of the blood feud. And Roma blames himself for his mother's death, so obviously he blames himself. He blames himself for the attack that happened on the Scarlets. But, like, what exactly was his part to play in that, and, like, how did that happen? Like, it's just, I'm so intrigued, because we keep finding out more and more, but we aren't quite getting, like, all of the information. And so I want to know. So, yeah. I don't really own anything gold, so I'm doing some gold eyeshadow, because I got my red skirt, black shirt. I know I don't need to keep dressing up like the book, but I feel like it, so yeah, it's, oh, and Rosalind, okay, first of all, so we just got, like, Kathleen's perspective, and about, like, how she was able to come back to Shanghai without people, like, questioning her and, like, her gender. And so, like, she took the place of her sister, which is so interesting because her sister died. And, like, so her name was Celia. And then because Kathleen died, she started going by Kathleen, which is just, like, fascinating. I don't think you can see my eyeshadow. But, like, I am so curious to see more about Kathleen and, like, her part in this, because she is very much, like, more of a pacifist. Like, she wants to end the blood feud. And so she's not able to become the heir, which she just talked to Juliet about in the last, like, chapter that I read, where she was saying, like, I know I'm not a, like, Kai? I know it's not Kai because she specifically said it wasn't, but I don't know how to properly pronounce that. I'm gonna have to look it up. But she's not, her last name isn't Sai. It's, she is Juliet's mother's, her aunt is Juliet's mother, if that makes sense, like, biologically. And so she and Rosalind can never take over as the heir. And so it pretty much has to go to Tyler or one of the more extended family, which is super interesting. Yeah, I'm just I'm so interested to see like what else happens. But like it's just there's been so much going on. So Kathleen has some communist ties, and in that like she knows who their spies are, but also like doesn't seem to actively hate the communists as much as the rest of the family. And so I really hope that Kathleen's not going to end up like being a traitor to the family. I don't think she will. I really don't think she will, but yeah. So moving on from Kathleen to Rosalind. So Rosalind was on her way back from dancing at the burlesque club that she works at. And she actually saw the monster and like almost died, and I panicked while reading that. I'm like, you cannot take Rosalind. So yeah, that was so interesting. Luckily, she survived. She hid. And I'm so happy about that. Like I honestly would have cried if Rosalind had died. But yeah, so now we actually have not quite an eyewitness, but like a witness that was alive. I just really hope that she wasn't like infected because she saw the bugs crawling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please no, do not take Rosalind. But yeah, oh, this Paul guy, like, who the heck is this Paul guy? I know that he's like Dexter's kid, but like, who the heck does this man think that he is? Coming onto Juliet's turf and then like flirting with her? Like, no. You do not have the right to flirt with her. You have not earned it. And so I get the feeling that Roma, because Roma took the invitation that Paul sent Juliet, and so I get the feeling that Roma is going to show up at the gala, whatever it is, and I'm so ready for that. But also, like, then he would be showing up because all of the Scarlet gang is there, and I'm like, oh, don't get yourself killed, dude, just because you're jealous. But also, I'm here for that drama. Sorry, I'm trying to find my eyeliner in this mess of a jar. But yeah, so things are heating up. So going over to Roma. There, now I'm like not glowing. Let's see if I can keep the focus that way. It rained last night, which is amazing, but it means that everything is so dark today. So yeah, so we're getting more about Roma and his family, and I was just looking at Benedict's chapter last night, and I don't want to like diagnose any characters, but it really seems like he has some symptoms of OCD, and not just like cleaning and all of that. Like that's such a stereotype. Okay, I need to put the cap on my... Okay, so I was reading Benedict's chapter yesterday, or like part of it. I didn't make it through all the way because I wanted to find a stopping point. Anyway, Benedict's chapter, it seems like he might have OCD. I don't want to say for sure yet because I don't personally have OCD, but like the whole, like, your anxiety creates rituals that you need to do or else your anxiety goes crazy, and like that whole thing like seemed like that's what he was dealing with, because he was saying like, you know, I have to run to the, like, if he can recite the whole like Bible, then like his father wouldn't die and all sort of that stuff. And so that just seemed kind of like we may be getting some like OCD representation, which is always amazing to see. Yeah, like mental health or disorders outside of like depression and stuff are so like underrepresented, and so I really hope that we do get some like OCD representation. Sorry, I'm like shifting so I can better do this. It's always harder with the left eye. Okay, so this definitely isn't the worst eyeliner that I've done, but it's also probably not the best. Okay. We are at Benedict and his OCD. And so I'm loving Marshall. And he's just so funny. He actually, like, I don't think it was meant to be a quote because the words weren't the same, but the whole, like, shall I compare thee to a summer's day, like, Shakespeare line, he started, like, waxing poetic about this guy that he saw. And he's like, shall I compare thee to a winter's night? And I'm like, oh, my heart, I'm in love with this man, like, immediately. So yeah, Roma's got some great friends that are there for him, and I'm so happy about that. I really want to know what happened between Roma and his dad. I get the feeling that his dad blames him for his mom's death, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to, once my mascara warms up a bit, I'm going to put that on and then keep reading. I woke up super late today, so it's like, what time is it? Okay. It's not gonna tell me what time it is, but it was like 2 o'clock whenever I got out of bed, so yeah. So I pretty much have from now until like 4-ish to read, because my mom gets done with work around like 4:30, and we always like hang out after that. I'm really close to my family, if that wasn't made clear yesterday, so like I can't really read after like 4:30 because we're like watching TV together, having dinner, like doing all that stuff. But yeah, I really want to I have gotten through the first like 100 pages, so I want to get to like the next 100 pages, and then I want to play some Witcher. I want to get farther in Witcher, and I can do that with my mom, so I don't have to like get that done before 4:30. But yeah, those are my goals for today, is get through like the next 100 pages and then play some Witcher, because I need to kill some zombies, or whatever the heck they are. They're like drowners and other stuff. For anyone wondering, it's Witcher 2 on my Xbox 360, so it's not a great like system. I know Witcher 3 is super popular and I want to get it, but I can't really get it on the Xbox 360, I don't think. And Mason is constantly telling me not to get it on Switch, but like I think it'd be fine on Switch. Like I know that people are worried about like the speed that that the Switch can actually load stuff on, but supposedly it's fine. So yeah, I don't know. I might also decorate for Christmas a bit, because we've put our tree up, but we haven't put any of the ornaments on. So it's really pretty, but also very bare. So yeah, I will check in a bit. Okay, so I'm cutting in for a second to say that I will not be going straight to reading because, oh, my lighting is changing again. There we go. Because I need to take a picture, or at least hopefully 2 or 3 pictures for my Bookstagram, because I have been severely neglecting my Bookstagram while I've been working on my booktube. So yeah, I need to find a bunch of props and stuff that I can use, because it has been forever since I've taken a really nice or creative one, and I want to get back to doing that now that I have more free time. So yeah. So I know I'm walking and talking and all that, but so I probably won't get a bunch of reading done today, unfortunately. A, because I slept so late. B, because I got a lot of I got 3 pictures taken. I think that will actually work, but that always takes longer than I expect it to. But I have made myself a nice little snack with some normal tea, no milk, because I don't get milk and tea, and 2 little rusks that my mom made, and then some lovely blueberry coffee cake that my grandparents sent my Oma for Christmas. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do some Christmas decorating and play some Witcher, and then I will do some reading later on in the day. Put those decorations up. So yeah, this should be fun. I love decorating for Christmas, although I don't love doing the Christmas lights outside, mainly just because I always like subluxate something or dislocate something whenever I'm doing that, and it's not fun. I literally just subluxed my elbow trying to turn the Christmas lights on. So yeah, luckily putting ornaments on is significantly less dangerous. So yeah, I will hopefully be able to show you guys the end product. But yeah, I am so excited to keep reading these Violent Delights. Like, it's been killing me that I haven't been reading all day. So while I do have physical therapy tomorrow, I want to get some more pictures taken, but before that, I want to read these Violent Delights. And once I get this video uploading, I'm gonna get into it as soon as possible. So yeah, I will check back in whenever that's happening, and I didn't close the other closet door. Great. Okay, well, this isn't quite a reading update or anything like that. I was on Twitter looking for a card to link in my video and found out about Brandon Bernard. Just please do your research. Please find out about more cases like this, and please get involved with your local communities and communities online. God, this is exhausting, but I know it's not nearly as exhausting for me as it is for all of the Black people that are having to deal with this blow right now. So, yeah. I know it doesn't mean much, but I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying for his family, and I'm busy trying to see what I can do from home here. But this isn't me, I don't know, this isn't me like trying to brag or anything. I know it doesn't feel like you can do much sometimes, but there's always ways that you can help, even if it's things like retweeting and like just doing your research and educating those around you. So please do your research, find out about other cases like this, find out what happened to this poor man, and God, I hope that we can make a difference enough so that this never happens again. We're gonna see how steady I can hold this camera, and it's probably not gonna be very steady. In the last 2 days, I've gotten almost no reading done, except for in the time between 1 and 3 in the morning last night. Gosh, okay, hold on. And I feel so unproductive, but I had physical therapy yesterday, which then caused me to have a flare-up. Well, not really a flare-up, not a full flare-up, but really bugged my nerves. And I was so tired. And yeah. I played Witcher for like 2 hours today. But yeah, that's where I'm at in my life. These last 2 days have been rough. But yeah, I read another like 100 pages last night, and it's still so good. I'm still like completely in love with Juliet. Um, yeah, I want to be best friends with Roma, and I'm in love with Juliet. So like, if she would marry me, that would be lovely. But yeah, we did a ton of Christmas decorating over the last 2 days, and so I should have some really pretty footage of that. But yeah, I have gotten like almost no reading done, which is probably not great for a reading vlog. But the majority of my reading happens between like midnight and 4 a.m. the vast majority of the time, which is why I sleep so late, but like also chronic fatigue has just completely screwed up my sleeping schedule in general. So yeah. But I am going to try and get ready for bed, and then I will update you guys later once I actually start reading again and remember where the heck I am in this book. Okay, so I know I said in the last update that I was going to go get ready for bed and then do some reading. I lied. I played Spiritfarer for like an hour, so I am continuing the tradition of only reading after midnight, usually after 1 o'clock. It is about 1:20, and I do have to get up and like buy turnips in the morning. I also have to go to church, but I mean, um, virtually, of course. Like I'm not actually physically going anywhere, just to clarify that. But yeah. So sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit. Basically, what just happened is that Juliet and Roma have agreed to work together on this, and Juliet is getting kind of close to Roma again and keeps reminding herself that like, oh, everything he says is a lie, like everything he does is to like hurt you, and I'm like, oh, it's just my poor little heart. It's not handling this very well. But yeah, so I'm just going to start chapter 20. Oh, and that reminds me that, sorry for my lighting, let me see if I can, okay, hopefully I don't look too weird with this. So, Benedict or Benedict? One of those. I'm pretty sure it's probably Benedict, considering that's like a Shakespearean name, but Benedict and Marshall are so cute together, and I love the whole like pining. All the pining that Ben does is so. I'm a sucker for some good pining, and like currently, the Ben and Marshall relationship is just like taking the cake whenever it comes to pining in this book, because like Roma and Juliet are both kind of pining, but also are like not allowing themselves to, where like Ben is just going full on like sad while also thinking about how hot his crush is, and I love it. I'm such a sucker for it. So yep, I will let you guys know how much I've read and how it all goes. Hopefully I don't stay up too late, but I don't know, with my sleep schedule it could go either way. So yeah, see you guys whenever I feel like filming next. Okay, so this is probably quite a change from what y'all expected for the next update, but first of all, I think it's been like a day or two since I filmed because I've felt so crappy. I've been starting physical therapy, so basically everything that hurts is hurting more because we're working on it. And so while that's normally fine, because normally it's just muscular and like joint and I can handle that, but this guy is specifically focusing on my nerves. So like he'll work the nerve in my lower back and it will cause nerve pain like in my elbow. And it is such a weird thing that I've not wanted to really do anything in case I make things worse. And I am in a parking garage. We will address that in like 2 seconds. But yeah, so I haven't really done anything. Oh my god, I thought there was someone like in my mirror. It was just a sign. But yeah, so my plan today was to like get up, Like, I'm so close to finishing Spirit Fair, I probably have like half an hour left. So I wanted to do that, and then of course I wanted to finish up These Violent Delights. Sorry, the phone is sitting on my steering wheel, so I'm trying not to, like, throw it around too much. Don't worry, I'm not driving, I'm just sitting here, because I just walked, like, all the way across campus, because I haven't been on campus for months now, but my textbooks were due today, and I only found that out now, and so I jumped in the car and just drove. So yeah, now I'm on campus. Hey y'all, I'm back. My storage cut out, or I ran out of storage while I was in the parking garage. But basically, I realized that today was the last day that I had to return my textbooks. And so I had to run up there really quickly and, like, drive all the way over to my campus and get in line, and there's a lot. So I haven't gotten any reading done, and I've been feeling really crappy the last few days. But tonight, I'm getting into bed early so that I can actually get some reading done, and I am so excited. Things are really picking up. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, things are really starting to pick up, and so there's a few moments I want to talk about. I love the tension between Benedict and Marsh. Not Marsh, Mars. Marshall. Mars. The, like, the tension of, like, Benedict almost revealing how he feels, and then Marshall not really knowing what's happening. I love it, and now things are really awkward, and it's all just amazing. But yeah, we're getting more into the general plot, and it's so, like, I'm so curious to see how Paul Dexter is, like, related to all this. Gosh, he is such an idiot sometimes. But I'm also kind of worried that's, like, an act, and he's actually, the guy that's causing all this, but I don't know. Oh, and I think the thing that I really want to talk about was the scene where, Roma shoots a man through Juliet's coat, and that whole, like, chase scene and everything about it I loved. I loved them posing and all that so he could shoot them through her coat. Like, it was such an intimate moment. I love that. And I love her being the ruthless one, because I feel like in a lot of books like this we get a lot of, like, oh, she's in it, but she doesn't really want to be, like, she doesn't really want to kill anyone, and, like, and the guy is always the one that's more ruthless and, like, willing to do whatever it takes. And so it's nice to see that kind of flipped with Juliet just, like, does not care, almost. Like, she is willing to do whatever it takes to get what she wants. And Roma, like, values life more, like, other people's lives more, I think. If that makes any sense. Like, he is less concerned. He's more concerned with making sure that other, like, people get out alive, whereas Juliet is just making sure that she gets out alive, and it's so interesting, and I'm loving every second of it. I'm actually being able to start reading before midnight for once this week, so I'm so happy about that. And y'all, this book is gonna break me. I'm pretty sure Rosalind is the spy, and I hate that, but I understand it, and that's what's so difficult. So Tyler knows that they've been seen together, and I'm so scared for them. And we know why Roma killed Juliet's family, and Juliet has just told Roma that she loves him, and I've got, like, 50 pages left. 50 to 70 pages left. And I'm just thinking, they're both gonna get shot at the end or something. I'm so scared because there's no way that this ends well. Yeah, so. And Marshall just got shot. Okay, we're gonna see how we get through the rest of this book. They're all gonna kill each other, aren't they? Oh, God. Well, Mars just uttered the plague on both your houses. I can't even appreciate it because I'm so worried about him. Oh, God, I'm just hoping that like, Marshall's pretend. Okay. I may be imagining this. I'm really hoping that I'm not. Okay, but, like, first Juliet slapped him or hit him or something, and so he went flying and so they couldn't see his face. And then she shot him, or shot at him. And if she shot close enough to him, and then he understood that he needed to pretend to be dead, then, yeah. And no other Scarlet actually checked on him. They sent Benedict, who I'm pretty sure could understand to pretend to be upset. Oh. She took the powder. She took the powder from the scientist, Lawrence. Please tell me that it's part of the powder. Oh, God, no, at the end. Because, like, that's a part of the original, like, story, isn't it? That, like, there's a poison that they pretend to take, and oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't even know what to believe anymore. Okay. Oh, fuck, they can't find the insect. Oh, thank fucking God he's alive. Okay. I'm doing okay. I'm gonna have like a mental breakdown by the end of this book. I'm sorry, fucking what? To be continued? Okay. Fucking okay. All of my things got out of line. So. I was so prepared for literally everyone to die. And then I get to be continued. Okay. Sure, we'll just do this all over again next year, where I start, like, preparing myself to be crying my eyes out for days, but no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm really doing okay. Yeah.